Hi, everyone. Welcome back to Sober Rediscovery. I'm Ruby. Thank you for joining me. It's been quite a while since I recorded my last video, and yeah, I really want to try to get back on this channel, post, my journey, my feelings and thoughts around being sober. I've been sober now since February 11th, 2024, Super Bowl Sunday. I think it was a Sunday. That's the last time I had a drink. So I'm about 15, almost 16 months sober. I feel great. I don't know if you can tell if you've seen my last video, but I've lost like over 60 pounds thanks to Ozempic. And one thing I wanted to talk about today is how being sober basically lifts a veil over your eyes. I think we all know that when you're sober, you're going to think more clearly, you're going to feel better, you're going to sleep better, sure. But I have to be honest, I wasn't expecting the degree of mental clarity that I feel now every single day. And that's just because I drank casually for so long. My issue was that I would basically binge on drinking. If there's something that I love, I will binge it, whether that's alcohol, cigarettes. I used to be a chain smoker back when I used to smoke marijuana a very long time ago. I would binge on that. Food. Okay, so sugar is an issue I still deal with, but yeah, so pretty much drinking all the time, I didn't realize how much of a veil it felt like over my eyes. Meaning, once I took that veil off, that alcohol created, it's like I can see myself so clearly now, and it's amazing. I mean, I can really put everything into perspective. Whereas when I was drinking all the time, I wasn't able to do that, which is why I gained a ton of weight. I gained like 70 pounds. I just completely threw caution to the wind. I didn't care. I didn't care about anything other than, unwinding after work. So that leads me to my next point, which is that I was not drawn to a program like AA because I never felt comfortable putting the label of like alcoholic on myself, even though, I mean, at the end of the day, that's pretty much what it was. But I was what you would call a high functioning alcoholic. I've always considered myself high functioning. And what I mean by that is I knew hands down that I was not going to throw my life away. I was not going to throw my job away. I was not going to just ignore my kids and not take care of them. Like, I handled my business. But it was a struggle. Like, I made it hard on myself because when you're drinking often the way I was, it just makes you tired all the time, and you're not sleeping good and you're not eating good. And I think I heard somewhere that alcohol is dehydrating. So I think my body and my brain was in a constant state of dehydration. I was in a chronic state of being tired all the time. So now that I don't feel that anymore, I can clearly see myself. It's crazy because, I had a chance to really look at myself in the mirror and realize, like, oh my God, my skin is jacked. Like, I was like, I am in repair mode now. I have been in repair mode for the past year of trying to just clean up my skin. I started using tretinoin and hydroquinone, and it has made a world of difference. When I was drinking, I did not care about those things, and it is sad. So one of the biggest reasons why I knew I wanted to quit was for vanity, because I don't want to look like I'm 70 when I'm 45. I don't want to be washed up. I don't want to be 70 pounds overweight. I don't want to kill myself. That's literally what I was doing. I knew that's what I was doing. That's why I was also able to quit cigarettes. I was inflicting pain upon myself. It just wasn't cute anymore. You get to a point in life where you really have to come to terms with your demons and say, is this the type of life that I want to live? No. And that's where the high functioning part comes back into play. I knew in my heart that I am better than this. I can do more. I'm capable of more. I'm smart. I got my bachelor's degree when I was 38 years old as a single mom. there are so many things. I'm a veteran, although I didn't serve that long. I got out early when I was pregnant. But I've done so many things in my life that I'm proud of, and I will be damned if I let a glass bottle or sometimes plastic bottle or a can filled with this poison like hold me back. I have so many dreams and goals. So being sober, that's the best way I can describe it. It's like having a veil over your face. It's almost like, how some women or men, if usually women, you'll see when they go to a funeral, they're wearing a veil over their eyes. It's like, you can see through the veil, but you don't see clearly. You don't see the finite details of life, and this is a perfect example. When I was drinking all the time, I knew I wasn't happy being overweight, morbidly obese, to be clear. But I just wasn't paying close attention, so ever since I quit drinking, I've lost a little over 60 pounds. I've started strength training. I am working on my push-up game, so I can do like 20 girl push-ups, like on the knees. That's fine. I'm getting there. Okay. I'm doing some light strength training. I am rebounding, mini trampoline, if you're not aware, to tighten up my pelvic floor game. Okay. Because we don't want incontinence when we're older. No, we don't. And yeah, I feel like I have a new lease on life. I am so motivated. Now, don't get it twisted, because I do work a full-time job. I'm tired at night. The Ozempic really helped with my cravings and whatnot. And, now that I think about it, I've heard that Ozempic can help you quit other things that are bad for you, like alcohol, drugs, smoking, shopping. I cannot say definitively whether Ozempic has helped me, because I quit drinking and smoking before starting Ozempic. But I mean, I can't say it hurts anything. I mean, if it helps, then that's great. I just have this resolve, and my resolve is basically that I want to be the best version of myself. I have, like I said, goals and dreams. I want to start a business, which leads me to starting a sober coaching business. I want to provide this service to others that need a little bit of hand-holding. I'm not licensed. I'm not a doctor. I've thought about maybe getting a certification one day, but, for anybody that's thinking, if you're sober curious, I'm a few steps ahead of you in that regard. If you need somebody to hold your hand, if you're looking for a sober companion, just somebody to listen, that I feel like God put this purpose on my heart. It's something that I truly, truly care about. Making side money is great, but I almost feel like this is a part of my calling now, to help other people that are struggling with alcohol addiction or cigarette addiction. Now that the veil has been lifted off of my eyes, I can't even imagine going back. So literally on a daily basis, I still remind myself, like, God, I hate drinking. I hate alcohol. I hate the way it made me feel. And I'm not lying to myself. It's true. I hate it. I hated the way I used to feel. I hated just how down in the dumps it would make me. It's a depressant, right? It like depressed my cognitive function, everything. I just wasn't able to think clearly. I wasn't able to focus on being the best version of myself. It just hindered everything in my life. Even though I was quote unquote high functioning, I felt like I was 2 steps away from living in a trash can. Like, I don't know how else to describe it. I just feel so much better about my life, and I'm getting the coaching platform set up soon for anybody who needs help. But I just wanted to come on here and say, it's never too late. It is never too late. I am going to be 45 in just a few months. So yeah, I still want to lose like 20 pounds. I'm getting there. Okay. I'm probably going to switch to compounded tirzepatide, because the Ozempic it's not working as good as it used to. I just need to make good choices. just like with alcohol and cigarettes, how I chose to quit that stuff. Sugar is another demon that I got to work on. But yeah, anything is possible. Now that I have shitty ass alcohol out of my life, I feel like anything is possible. And I'm telling you, if you are ready to take that next step, I'm here to help. I'm here to support. And yeah, send me a message. I will try to get all of my coaching stuff, the platforms and everything set up soon. So, I can support you if you need. Mainly, my focus is to be a listening ear because, everybody has a backstory. You don't just wake up an alcoholic. And this is part of the biggest method that helped me was rediscovering who I was before alcohol. I was not born an alcoholic. I was not born with any desire whatsoever to drink. So that's probably one of the biggest coaching points that I would try to remind people of is just rediscovering who you are. And, at the heart of all of us, we are filled with love and compassion, and we're smart. And, everybody is born with a gift. I truly, truly believe that God gave everyone a gift. Alcohol blocks it. It just does. Like, alcohol is such a stupid thing to let get in the way of you expressing the God-given gift that God gave you. Everyone has a gift. And if you quit drinking or drugs or even cigarettes, it helps you come back to the center of who you are in your heart, in your soul, in your spirit. Another tip I have to mention really quick before I go is, we can only live in two given states. What I mean is you can operate from fear or you can operate from love. And I will tell you that fear very quickly overtakes everything. I have to remind myself of this every single day. I don't want to live in fear. I want to live from a heart-centered perspective in my life. So if you're struggling, please give yourself grace. Fear and self-loathing and self-hatred do not help. What you need to do is rediscover who you used to be. Think of yourself as a child. Would you yell at your child self if they were drinking alcohol? Like, no, you'd probably go, like, if you could look at yourself as a child and you see them making a mistake, you'd probably want to go up to yourself as a child and give yourself a hug and say, it's going to be okay. I promise you'll be okay. Everything will be fine. Just be proud of yourself, Yeah, so I'm working on a lot of different things, hopefully, for coaching. I want it to be centered in love and grace, giving ourselves grace. But yeah, I ramble a lot, so I'm going to cut this off for now, but I'm glad to be back. And I really am excited to reconnect or connect with new people in the sober community. I can't wait to meet other people who are, living this journey, a journey without shitty ass liquor. All right, so have a good day and I'll talk to you soon. Okay, bye.